thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast. I am your host, Cedric Credit Champion, aka Sid Rich. And today I want to talk about what will keep you broke. And there are several things that'll keep you broke, but there's this one particular thing that I've noticed, that people who make money, they will continue to be broke even though they make good money because of this one thing. And that is living check to check. Living paycheck to paycheck will keep you broke. And living paycheck to paycheck is also a choice. So you can choose not to be broke based on the decisions you make. For example, let's just say you make good money, and after you get paid, let's just say you have $1,000 left, or let's just say after you get paid for a month you have $2,000 left. All right. So you have money to save. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. Well, you can save $2,000 a month for 10 months. You'll have $20,000. You can invest that $20,000 into a business, into a property that will make you passive income. You can get a loan where your $20,000, that'll be 20% of a business loan. At least 20% of a business loan. And like I said, you could buy commercial property, you could buy a rental house, you could start a business. You're not in a situation where you have no options, in other words. And if you need a bigger down payment, you have the ability to save because you have money that's free and clear. And that's the ideal way to become rich or have more than enough. You gotta have more income than what you're spending. And so what happens a lot of times is that people live paycheck to paycheck and they don't have any money to invest. Therefore, they can't make any extra passive income. And the only way they can make extra income is to maybe, get an extra job, or maybe they have an unusual skill set that they can use to make extra money. Maybe they know how to play the piano and they can, do some piano classes and charge. Maybe they're good at YouTube and they can teach some classes or courses on how to grow a YouTube channel and make, thousands of dollars a month extra. But the point is, you have to have some discretionary income in order to grow rich. Because in order to grow rich, you have to continue to invest money in other things. You have to have more money coming in than what you're spending out. So sometimes what also can happen is this. Just say, for example, a person has all their bills paid and they have $2,000 extra. But they get their eyes on a new house, new car, or they just want to go shopping and, spend their money each and every month on things. Same scenario. Now that person's going to live check to check, all because they increase their expenditures. They increase the money that's going out, but they don't increase the money that's coming in. You've got to make sure that your income is over and above what you're spending. You got to grow your income in order to become rich. You have to continually grow your income, especially when you're continuing to grow your expenditures. And that's something that I think that people underestimate or neglect to do, is to look for ways to make more money. You know, we're living in a time where inflation is rampant. Things are going up. Houses cost more. I'm looking at houses. Houses cost more than they did 2 years ago. Well, what are you going to do? Well, you got to find a way to increase your income. Simple and plain. You know, I'm finding myself having to do things outside of the box, outside of the norm, in order to make more income. And so that's what you got to do. You got to stay above your debt level. You got to stay above living check to check. So if you want a new house, you want a new car, you have to strategize, okay, how am I going to make enough money so that that new house I get isn't more than 35% of my total income? That new car I get isn't gonna cause me to live check to check. All right? These debts I have to pay off. How am I gonna increase my income so that I can pay off these debts and still live comfortable? So you gotta devise a plan. You got to come up with a way to increase your money. Now, here's a suggestion. And here's what I do. What I do is I sow a seed. I sow a seed. Now, those of you who don't know what sowing a seed is sowing a seed is when you give to the church. You give to the church, but before you give to the church, what you want to do is you want to know what it is that you want to accomplish. If it's start a business, if it's make more money, whatever it is, you take a seed, and that seed is going to be your biggest best. It's going to be, you pray about what your seed should be, and it's going to be something significant to you, something that means something to you. That amount, that dollar amount is going to mean something to you, and you're going to lay your hands on it, and you're going to sow it, you're going to give it. Now, just imagine that whatever you give, that God's going to multiply it back 100 times more to you. All right? So that gives you an idea about how much you need to give. It may be all at one time. It may be over a course of time. But like I say, imagine that you're going to receive 100 times more than what you give. Would that seed that you're sowing cover what you're trying to buy if it was multiplied times 100? That's what you want to look at. All right, now, that's a standard, but like I say, sow your biggest best. And you lay your hands on that seed, you write down what it is that you want God to do, and you sow that seed in faith, expecting to receive what it is that you desire. And I've seen this work time and time again. I mean, I sowed a seed for my wife. I sowed a seed for her. And I have a wonderful, beautiful wife, loving wife. And so I know that this concept of sowing seed, it works. It works in any area. Whether it's healing for your body, finances, a wife, whatever it is, any desire, sowing a seed, it works. And the way, what'll happen is this. God will begin to speak to you and direct you as to what you need to do. He'll open up your mind, and ideas will start to come that were not there before. And when you act on that idea, it'll produce the money, or it'll produce that end result. And so listen, that's it for today. I wanted to share that key with you. That's a kingdom key. See, as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest time will remain. It's a law that you reap what you sow. So you can sow good seed and reap a good harvest. All right, so listen, I'm out. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Subscribe, like, share the video. This is Cedric Credit Champion.